This is ABS, Heartbeat of the East.
Enugwu-Ukwu, a relatively boisterous community in Njikoka local government area of Anambra State, celebrated its annual Igu-Aro on Saturday, 5th January 2019. The Igu-Aro is an annual event to mark the beginning of a new year and to recognize and honor some deserving Nigerians and non-Nigerians. However, there were a series of events preceding the Igu-Aro: Mount Festival, Colloquium, visits to historical sites, Aguara Eve, and Aguara Day proper. The town and its environs were enveloped by excitement as the natives from all walks of life across the globe returned home for the 2019 Aguara ceremony. As part of events heralding the 2019 Aguara ceremony of the community, Enugwu-Ukwu held its annual Ipiagba Carnival on 26 December 2018 at Obumunri, Enugwu-Ukwu. The carnival featured various cultural and masquerade displays. The occasion was graced by Deze Enugwu-Ukwu Igu-Munri, Igu-Aro and his cabinet. Hundreds of Enugwu indigenes and non-indigenes cutting across different age brackets, both at home and in diaspora, thronged the venue to be entertained by Ega masquerades. Masquerades at the 2019 Aguara ceremony, kitted with masked attire and carrying various sizes of canes called Abba, made their way into the arena and took turns to flog themselves. At the preliminary stage, 56 masquerades partook, out of which 20 qualified for the second round and 12 made the third round. The final round saw 6 masquerades compete for the first position. Prizes were given to the masquerades adjudged to be adept in the art of Ipiagba. On the 28th of December 2018, Colloquium was scheduled but cancelled due to the sudden death of the chairman of 2019 Aguara Commission, Chief PJC Nwokafo. On the scheduled date of the colloquium, the MTN executives, the official sponsor of the 2019 Aguara ceremony, paid a condolence visit at the palace of Enugwu-Ukwu, Aguara Eve.
Even as so na Nigeria bụ iwele Igbo kwana Igbo kwuru nke gị Igbo kwere nke onye ọzọ ọ dị ebe na-eso onwe ibe nwere Igbo tosiri inwe ibe niile aba nwere Igbo nwere intelligent people all over the world. You were engineers, everything na na-enwe But can we speak in one language? The answer is no. And that's why we are held down. Onye du ndị a wee bịa sị na ba emetebe ndị anyị mma kele ka ọ na-emete anyị ọ dị okwu then anyị nwa na onwe anyị na aka nri kwa aka ekpe akwa aka nri onwere ibe anyị aga na-emere ndị MTN ibe anyị aga na-emere ndị MTN is to promote MTN na Enugwu-Ukwu niile and beyond ọ na ị na-nwere another line ị na-use ga-eje change ya echipa okay, all of them MTN. Very good. Oh, if I chọrọ. Ọ gwara na nya bụ ego ka ha si enye anyị. Ọ gwara na this patronage ha si enye anyị ego na-enye anyị. Ba na-akpụ ego. So the campaign anyị ga na-ebu na MTN, mi nọ na Lagos, mi nọ na Kano, mi nọ na Enugwu-Ukwu, mi nọ na Ọka. Ka ba arụ na agwa na MTN requires to be patronized.
Usually for the past 5 years, MTN has been supporting the Igu-Aro festival. As you are aware, this is Enugwu-Ukwu. This is the palace of His Royal Majesty, Eze Enugwu-Ukwu. But more importantly, this is the palace of the Igwe Umunri. Nri is the seat of the Igbo nation, of the Igbo culture. And MTN has a history of connecting to the people, not just through bringing them together through its services, but connecting to them where it really counts, which is connecting to their roots. So we support the Igu-Aro and we partner with the Igwe Umunri as the traditional seat of the Igbo nation.
On 29th December 2018, Aguara of Ebe led his cabinet on a historical visit to Obu Obala Nakana Okabia Umunri and Museum Enugwu-Ukwu. The historical visit was part of activities lined up to mark the Aguara Festival. Obu Obala Nakana, homestead of the progenitor of Enugwu-Ukwu, is located in Urekwo village and Mpume Onyilenyi, where he first birthed on his way from Omambala through Amanunke community. History showed that he settled on the rocky area for some time, but due to its difficult terrain, rocks and uneven land surface, he had to relocate to Urekwo village, where he established the Obu Okpala Nakana. That is why the Ezelaya junction that leads to Nimo was changed to Ezi Okpalanri.
Here is the Obu, the garden house, what some people call garden house. The Obu, the man's homestead, the man's abode within his extensive compound. This is the Obu of the founder of this community, the Okpala Nakana. We are trying to reflect and reproduce, what we believe, represents or, typifies what we had when our forebears were here. Here is where we believe our forefather, our great forefather, the Okpala Nakana, settled. So whatever designs you are seeing here, is an attempt, even though we cannot get it, in a perfect mode, but is an attempt to reproduce what existed in those days. This is one of the historical sites in Enugwu-Ukwu, the Obu Okpala Nakana Okabia. Okpala Nakana, or Okpalanri, is the ancestral father of Enugwu-Ukwu, the man who gave birth to Enugwu-Ukwu. Okpala Nakana, the son of Unri, that begot the Enugwu-Ukwu. There are other historical sites like Mpume Onyilenyi, where Unri settled before he migrated to other places, and other historical sites, but this is one of them. Now this one, we have kept this site without developing it. We kept it for years. So under my administration, there's a book written about Enugwu-Ukwu, this book, the proceeds from that book, is what we are using to build this museum and obu for the man. So you have museum, we have the obu. Now, when it's completed, artifacts will be kept here, cultural artifacts. Those things that our children, don't know about, we'll bring them and keep them here. People will come, just like when you go to Europe, you pay, thousands of, hundreds of dollars or pounds to watch some of these things. We have them scattered here and there. So when this obu is completed, we bring these artifacts here, and we also have a hall for other activities.
The 61st Aguara Eve of the community and 8th Aguara of Aguara Eve took place on Friday, 4th January 2019. The Eve attracted the State Deputy Governor, Dr. Nkemo Keke, who is an indigene of the town, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of ABS, Nze Uchenwora, Enugwu-Ukwu indigenous priests of all denominations, traditional council members, Ndị Nze na Ozo, members of the cabinet, and indigenes of the town. The Eve kick-started with praises and worships, prayers and supplications to God for Enugwu-Ukwu town and her citizens, which was led by Enugwu-Ukwu indigenous priests of all denominations.
Oh Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Jireh, thank you Yahaya. Oh thank you Yahaya. Marune to Yahaya. Enugwu-Ukwu thank you Yahaya, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah. Thank you Yahaya. Enugwu-Ukwu thank you Yahaya, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah. Manu thank you Yahaya. Manu thank you Yahaya, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Jireh. Eshetala homo meremu. Jesus onyo bioma. Hey. Eshetala homo mere. Jesus onyo bioma. Eshetala
As the traditional music of Igbeze and Ufie began to play, the traditional ruler emerged from the Sanctum Sanctorum known as Unongu in Enugwu-Ukwu, coated with traditional white chalk, nzu, white garment and ofo, in symbol of truth. Speaking at Eve, Aguara Eve showered blessings on illustrious sons and daughters of the community and Ndi Igbo at large. He prayed for peace and progress in the state and the country in general.
onye nwale nke onye Enugwu-Ukwu ụkọchukwu ọ na-ekpele ndị ọzọ ekpele ma na-adị mma ma na-egwe ego ma na-adịrị ọ chọrọ gị ekpele ndị be anyị ekpele onye ama abịala anyị eme rekọd onye ama abịala anyị asụpụ ya ọgwa ga dị ezi ozi ka izuzo ọgwa ya elu ọ ya abalị unu asịkwata ọbalị izu ọbara agụba ọbalị ndị ụkọchukwu ọgwa ya abalị na anyị ọrụ n'ọhụ ndị ụkọchukwu anyị na-eme mma ka m gwa unu ọwụtụ unu ji bịa nke unu mere taata mara ji aba ncha niile ugbu a magadi choruses were wonderful. The prayer, kemani ana manozku ya, ano moni, zumba, onabo, eziboto wana, ano mebele, ano mnanka no weno kwe no belege, okwe belege na futa randu mo, oya adile nuku kuma, ebelu nu ya adile, omu ya bota aka, okana ya Aguara bani, ono nomu, ogoye ne mebe mo. Early in
a sermon, an indigenous priest, Venerable Ike Ozigbo, who spoke on the theme, Be Your Brother's Keeper, highlighted the importance of living in love with one another as exemplified by Christ, who loved all despite the sinful nature of man.
Be your brother's keeper. Be your brother's keeper. You know, negidi ha they know you buy anya. Ona dem ke hopoda na Igbo abu. Bulo onye nche nwanne gị. Onye nche bụ onye enyemaka. Ọ bụrụ na ọ gị je rubale ya megad. Na ọ gị na-enye ka ị na-enye litali ba ya aka. Ọ ya bụ keeping our brothers. Be your brother's keeper. Na-eburita na ibu n'anya ibe unu. Na-eburitano ibu n'anya ibe unu. Ọ bụ n'oyibo sị, bear ye one another's burden and so fulfill the law of Christ. Na-edebezukwa n'iwu Christ n'ụzọ dị etu a. So whenever you keep your brother, oge ọbụla i nyere nwanne gị aka, nwanna gị aka, ịma na idebezuwo iwu Christ.
Similarly, a minute silence was observed for the former President General of the community, Chief Peter Nwokafo, who died on December 29, 2018. On the Igu-Aro Day, Saturday 5th January 2019, being Eke, the festival attracted more than 20,000 people from all corners of Igbo land and beyond. The monarch of the community, Aguara Eve, communed with God and his ancestors and brought a message of peace and of good tidings in 2019. The event witnessed enrollment of some distinguished personalities into the traditional cabinet of Enugwu-Ukwu N'Umunri. They include Chief Uche Nwora, Chief Professor Ben Nwokolo, Chief Dr. Pius Okafo, Chief Philip Nwoji, Chief Mrs. Chika Balogun, and Chief Austin Onwubiko.
I feel very proud, I feel honored, and I will also say that I feel very privileged that my community, Enugwu-Ukwu, found me worthy, they found my wife worthy, and today at the Igu-Aro of Enugwu-Ukwu, they honored me with the traditional chieftaincy title of Ezude Enugwu-Ukwu N'Umunri, and they honored my wife with the title of Ugomba Enugwu-Ukwu N'Umunri. And in doing that, they inducted me into the Enugwu-Ukwu traditional cabinet and inducted my wife into the Otodo as Enugwu-Ukwu. So it's, I think it's a mark of honor and a call to service, you know, and what we're very proud is, you know, for the community to look at us and, and say, look at, you know, these people, let's, you know, it's not like we're the richest, we're not the oldest, we're just average people serving in the Anambra, you know, so, and I must give all the praise to God. And also, I want to thank His Excellency, the Governor of Anambra State, Chief Igu-Aro, who in 2014 considered me for the position of MD-ABS without knowing who I was, at the time. He just gave me the job and said, go and serve in the Anambra. And this honor came to me because, in that capacity, we've been serving in the Anambra for the past 4 years. So it shows that, the little efforts we're making, that people are noticing. So we're really proud and honored, yes.
Some of the people who graced the occasion include the Deputy Governor of Anambra State, Chief Nkemo Keke, the Senator representing Anambra Central Senatorial District, Chief Victor Ume, Commissioner for Information and Enlightenment, Honorable C. Dawn Adenoba, representing Governor Willie Obiano, and many others.
Enugwu is not just a town, it's at the epicenter of Igbo civilization. Back and the way so. What if I am Enugwu Nemero? I to the Mount Tiawa, Liota, 2 million abochich, Gamboku Robo. What if I am Nemero? Not to go to Calendar Nugu, but I still be a fat. I think I'm on wherever Enugwu say one or on.
Enugwu-Ukwu is a man that is imbued with a lot of wisdom and is a custodian of our culture and tradition. Through his prayers in every Igu-Aro, we approach God with all our needs in the year. And now that he has prayed and called on God for his blessings upon his subjects, Enugu community, and all the chiefs of Enugu-Ukwu community.
First Saturday in every January is the annual Igu-Aro of Enugwu-Ukwu. That is the highest cultural event in Igbo land. The Igu-Aro is the time that the Igwe uses to bless the community, bless the people, bless other towns that claim their descent to Nre. Enugwu-Ukwu is the Obala Nre. So that's why you see this kind of crowd. People want to come and tap the blessing that comes from this kind of occasion.
The event was a diversity of culture with the presence of Otu Odueze, groups from Bayelsa State, and other cultural exhibition to spice the rich culture of Enugwu-Ukwu.